Shalom Israel, I want to start by giving all praise to Hashem Yahushai, double honor to the elders of GMS, and also you brothers are doing the work in truth and sincerity. Now we had really interesting homework this past week or so, which is basically to watch the nonsense that IUIC Atlanta were bringing out and basically make counter videos to it. You should see it in post-production. Fortunately, I wasn't able to record the audio, so I can't play it with you and then stop it where I need to. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do it this way. Now, the first thing we're going on about is the whole rape issue. Now, I'll start by saying this: no one said you should be raping women. We only said that biblically there's nothing wrong with it. You know, you don't want to be getting yourself put into prison now for no good reason, just because you wanted to bust a nut. Plenty of women in the world. That's what prostitutes are for. Oh, it's another tough one with you lot, innit? You can't deal with prostitutes either, can you? Despite the fact that Judah dealt with a prostitute. But obviously, you know. But yeah, they're talking about the rape issue. Now, I'm just going to bring out the law on marriage. It is Exodus 22:16. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife. And, you know, these guys will say, well, that's if it's enticing. If you have sex with a virgin, if you're an Israelite man and you have sex with an Israelite woman, she becomes she becomes your wife regardless of how you do it. That is if she's not betrothed, i.e. if she's not given in marriage to another person. Because if she is given into marriage to another person, that becomes adultery. And you know, when I was reading the comments to the video just a few minutes ago, I think this is just a game to most people, you know. Like I was reading the one woman wrote, "I hate GMS so much." So this isn't about GMS IUIC. This is about the truth. It's about pushing the word. It's about Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I mean, oh yeah, but once again, you don't believe in that person, do you? You know, and then they're playing semantics with this verse here. It says, but if a man, this is Deuteronomy 22:25. It says, but if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her and lie with her, then the man only that lay with her shall die. And then down here it says, if a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her. Now they're basically saying that this lay hold on her is different to this force her. But it's like you're playing semantics and there's no real need to. It's exactly the same thing. Elder Gabar made a good video where it's basically talking about that's the #1 sexual fantasy for women, being grabbed up and then being dealt with good. Women don't like this all soft, oh baby, let me stroke you and all of it. They you know. Force, this is a force verb from Old French forcier, conquer by violence, see force. Its earliest sense in English was to ravish a woman. And then in the video also he says the Bible doesn't condone, the Bible doesn't say anything about rape.
Those are niggas. That's what I call them, niggas. Behind them, GMS, those are a bunch of niggas. Right? Because there is no scripture saying you can rape a woman, brother.
As well. This is Isaiah 13:16. It says, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. I mean, that was very quick to find. You know, there's no need to be saying things that it's a lack of studying. That's what that is. And then what else? They also talked about the whole can you deal with white women?
Now you just said we can't sleep with white women. That's what you said, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. Now,
tell me a law that say we can't sleep with white women.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of scriptures.
Show me the scripture.
Give me Nehemiah. Let's go to Nehemiah.
Yeah. You right.
Let's go to Nehemiah.
I know that scripture. I know that scripture.
What was Solomon's sin?
falling in love and following behind the gods of the other nation, not sleeping with the women.
Brother,
not sleeping with the women.
You're a simple brother.
Yeah, you can. You can deal with whoever you want to deal with. You know, you can't be falling in love with women of the other nation. But you can, if you need to bust a nut, you can bust a nut in a woman of the other nation. And this is Moses. This is Numbers 12:1 rather. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. Now, this is another one of those ones where it's the use of the English language here basically makes it look like the Bible's contradicting itself, but it's not. When you look at the Hebrew word for married there, it's lachak, which is when I've already actually opened this one up. It's like, it means to take, fetch, lead, seize, and then to take a wife, snatch, take away. And if you actually look at the usage of the words, the majority of the time it is referring to physically taking something. That's in contrast to this word ba'al, to marry, rule over, possess, own. It's talking about wife, husband, married, dominion, wife, husband. And also this word, this is yabam. This is a marry, brother, because this word is talking about if you have a if basically I'm married to a woman and then I don't give her a son, basically my brother has to then give her a child in my name. Yeah. And then he also said that he also basically said that we're not allowed to deal with women of the other nations because that's why Solomon went off. That's not correct. Solomon went off because he started following after the women of the other nation, not because he dealt with them. It says, but King Solomon loved many strange women together with the daughters of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerning with which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go in unto them, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your hearts after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love, and he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods. And that's where the sin is. Not that he dealt with them. That's basically wasn't the actual. Like I've said my point. I'm just mumbling now. So look. And what else did they also talk about? Just looking at my notes here, and then they had the whole dealing with young girls. You know, and then when you read the comments, every man's just getting emotional. Once again, we're not telling you to be dealing with young girls. I mean, young girls don't even look nice. You know, a lot of the brothers were saying, man, I don't want to deal with any of these young cats, i.e. girls around 20, because they're just crazy. They're just all noise. They ain't interesting. They'd rather deal with older women. But biblically, you can. As long as she's past the menstrual, she is of age. They even showed you that in Game of Thrones with Sansa Stark when she started bleeding. She's like, oh my gosh, now I can get married to Joffrey. And then she was trying to hide the fact that she was on her menstrual, showing you that. Once a woman has her menstrual, she can be married. This is 1 Corinthians 7:36. But if any man think that he behaveth himself uncomely toward his virgin, if she pass the flower of her age and need so require, let him do what he will. He sinneth not, let them marry. And if you don't know what flower is, to prove to you that's talking about her period, we've got the law up here, and it says, and if a woman have an issue and the issue in her flesh be blood, you know, I don't really need to read the rest of that. And if we come down here to verse 24, and if any man lie with her at all, and the flowers be upon him, he shall be unclean 7 days. So you can see here that flowers is talking about period. You know, if she passed the age where she can have a period, they can do what they need to do. And then the most disgusting one, you know, he's basically mocking the brother that's coming up to him, trying to help edify him, and is saying how the brother doesn't follow the law, but he knows the name. He knows the name. Yeah, brother, I know the name. And he's
how you got these niggas, they're teaching about you can sleep with a white woman, you can rape young girls, you can rape women, but they're not teaching about no fringes, which is a simple law.
Right, let's go.
They're not teaching about that.
Go to judges.
I forgot. They're also teaching the name, brother. The name.
Yes.
You got to know the name, brother.
Yes. Yes.
Let me get this straight.
Yes.
If Christ come today, I keep the law, you're not keeping the law, but you know the name, you're gonna get it.
What law you keeping? You keeping some laws.
You
taping up your bitch.
You know, is mocking him for saying that. But the scriptures talk plainly, you have to know the name. This is Acts 4:12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. So if you don't know the name, how are you going to be saved? This is Joel 2:32. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord hath said, and in the remnant of the Lord shall call. I missed a scripture out. So this is Zechariah 14:9. It says, and the Lord shall be king over all the earth. In that day shall there be one Lord, and his name one. So you can't call him Yo Play Yoga. You know, you can't just make up names and call him. You can't call him Jehovah. His name is Yahweh, and his name is Yahweh Shai. And then near the end, he basically asks them, was talking about the whole beard thing, because they brought up the scripture where it in 2 Samuel 19:24 about having his beard was trimmed, and then that's their excuse for basically getting lineups. What I mean, even if they want to say, yeah, that's why they line up their beards, what about their heads? What about their hair? Why is that lined up? You can't use the same scripture for that. What's their excuse for that? But that's not what it's talking about. It says the definition of ma, pursuant to Leviticus 19:27. It says to inflict damage, especially disfiguring damage. Now this word here, if we look it up, it says to mar or spoil the appearance or shape of, deform. Because that's what you're doing when you're lining up your beard. You're deforming it. That's why we get razor bumps. That you're not supposed to be doing that stuff. The law is written there for your own good. When you look at all of the laws, and then you look at the impact of not following the laws, you realize that actually following the laws is there for your own benefit. You know, eating pork. That's simple as hell. If you eat pork, there's a likelihood you can get these things called trichinae worms, I think they're called, which can lodge to the back of your spine and make you paralyzed. The law is there for your own good. And you know, gonna end on this last note, just for your information, the elders never called themselves elders, because the guy says, and these I think he said Elder Tahar has the cheek to call himself elder. He never called himself elder, and he said that before. That was a title that was bestowed onto them by the men that were below them. Then I was through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, but obviously you don't believe in that name. You know, with that, you know, I'm just gonna say shalom, and hopefully some of you cats in IUIC, I mean, obviously the Most High will wake up his elect, but you know, you lot think it's just a game. You know, you think it's just a game. You think it's about number scoring. Oh, our camp's bigger than your camp. That doesn't matter. It's not what the Most High is dealing with. You know, the bloody hell, TD Jakes has a mega church. Does it mean that the Most High is dealing with him? I don't know. With that, I'm just going to say shalom.